Hi everyone, my name is Min and today I'm going to give a presentation about the topic TCP and IP protocol. TCP and IP stand for Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. TCP IP is the standard model used for network communication. Let's take a closer look at this model by defining TCP and IP separately. First, TCP or Transmission Control Protocol is an Internet communication protocol that allows two devices to form a connection and stream data. The protocol includes a set of instructions to organize data so it can be sent across a network. It also can establish a connection between two devices and make sure that packet reach their appropriate destination. The IP in TCP IP stand for Internet Protocol. IP has a set of standards used for routing and addressing data packets as they travel between devices on a network. Included in Internet Protocol is the IP addresses that function as an addresses for each private network. Next, we're going to talk about the TCP IP model. Moving on to the TCP IP model. This model is a framework that is used to visualize how data is organized and transmitted across the network. The TCP IP model has four layers. The four layers are the network access layer, the internet layer, the transport layer, and the application layer. Let's examine these layers one at a time. Layer 1 is the network access layer. This layer deals with the creation of data packets and their transmission across the network. This includes hardware devices connected to physical cable and switches that direct data to its destination. In addition to the physical hardware, the Address Resolution Protocol (ARP) is part of the network access layer, since the MAC addresses are used to identify the host on the same physical network. ARP is needed to map IP addresses to MAC addresses for local network communication. Layer 2 is the Internet layer. This layer is where the IP addresses are attached to the data packet to indicate the location of the sender and the receiver. The Internet layer also focuses on how networks connect to each other. For example, data packets containing information that determine whether they stay on a local area network or will be sent on a remote network like the Internet. Two protocols operate at this layer are the Internet Protocol and the Internet Control Message Protocol, which act like a network diagnostic tool sending messages about the error or unreachable destination. Next, the transport layer includes protocols to control the flow of the traffic across a network. These protocols permit or deny communication with other devices and include information about the status of the connection. Activities on this layer include error control, which ensure data is flowing smoothly across the network. At this layer are the TCP and the UDP. Imagine TCP is like sending a register letter. The TCP establish connection, track delivery, and ensure all data arrive intact. It's reliable but a bit slower. Whereas the UDP is like sending a postcode. UDP is faster, but there's no guarantee of the delivery or the order. It's often used for real-time applications like streaming. Finally, at the application layer, protocols determine how data packets will interact with the receiving devices. Functions that are organized at the application layer include file transfer and email services. Some common protocols you interact with daily are as follows. Next, to understand the TCP IP protocol better, we're going to cover a real-life implication of this. Say when you send an email, it's going to start off at the application layer. When you start composing your email, following this is going to be the transport layer. Here, the TCP will divide your email into packets and add a address information to ensure reliable delivery. Next, in the internet layer, the IP will be added at the destination of the addresses, and the router direct the packets across the network. Following this is going to be at the network access layer. Packets are converted into electrical signal and sent through cable or Wi-Fi. At the end of the journey, on the receiving end of the packet, on the receiving end of the email, the whole journey is going to repeat in reverse as the process reverse on the receiving end with layers working together to deliver and display your email. Here are some reasons why understanding TCP and IP protocol matters. As we can see, we're going to have 3 dot points which illustrate the importance of understanding this protocol. Thank you for listening. This is the end of the presentation. I hope you enjoyed that. For your